This video tells the story of 3 miracles performed by Jesus: turning water into wine, healing the official's son, and feeding 5,000 people. Each miracle is taken directly from the Bible. On the third day, there was a wedding at Cana in Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. Jesus also was invited to the wedding with his disciples. When the wine ran out, the mother of Jesus said to him, "They have no wine." And Jesus said to her, "Woman, what does this have to do with me? My hour has not yet come." His mother said to the servants, "Do whatever he tells you." Now there were 6 stone water jars there for the Jewish rites of purification, each holding 20 or 30 gallons. Jesus said to the servants, "Fill the jars with water." And they filled them up to the brim. And he said to them, "Now draw some out and take it to the master of the feast." So they took it. When the master of the feast tasted the water now become wine, and did not know where it came from, though the servants who had drawn the water knew, the master of the feast called the bridegroom and said to him, "Everyone serves the good wine first, and when people have drunk freely, then the poor wine. But you have kept the good wine until now." This, the first of his signs, Jesus did at Cana in Galilee, and manifested his glory, and his disciples believed in him. Jesus came again to Cana in Galilee, where he had made the water wine. And at Capernaum, there was an official whose son was ill. When he heard that Jesus had come from Judea to Galilee, he went to him and asked him to come down and heal his son, for he was at the point of death. Jesus said, "Unless you see signs and wonders, you will not believe." The official said, "Sir, come down before my child dies." Jesus said, "Go, your son will live." The man believed the word that Jesus spoke to him and went on his way. As he was going down, his servants met him and told him, "Your son is recovering." So he asked them the hour when he began to get better. And they said, "Yesterday at the 7th hour the fever left him." The father knew that was the hour when Jesus had said to him, "Your son will live." And he believed, he and all his household. This was the second sign that Jesus did, when he had come from Judea to Galilee. Jesus crossed to the far side of the Sea of Galilee, and a large crowd followed him because they saw the signs he performed on the sick. He went up on a hillside and sat down with his disciples. As Passover approached, he looked out at the great crowd coming toward him and said to Philip, "Where shall we buy bread for these people to eat?" Philip answered, "It would take more than half a year's wages to buy enough bread for each one to have a bite." Then Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, spoke up, "There is a boy here with 5 barley loaves and 2 small fish. But how far will they go among so many?" Jesus said, "Make the people sit down." And there was plenty of grass. About 5,000 men sat down, not counting women and children. Jesus took the loaves, gave thanks, and distributed to those who were seated as much as they wanted. He did the same with the fish. When they had all eaten their fill, he told his disciples, "Gather the leftover pieces, so that nothing is wasted." So they gathered them and filled 12 baskets with the fragments of the 5 loaves left by those who had eaten. Seeing this miracle, the people said, "Surely this is the prophet who is to come into the world." But knowing they intended to make him king by force, Jesus withdrew again to the mountain, alone. These 3 miracles, turning water into wine, healing the official's son, and feeding 5,000, show the power and compassion of Jesus. Each one reveals who he truly is, the Son of God, who meets every need.